Court filings released by special counsel John Durham recently say that a technology executive with ties to Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign used connections in the tech world to extract data flowing through sensitive locations, including Trump Tower and the executive office of the president while Trump was president of the United States. National correspondent Logan Raddick is in Washington. He has the latest. Logan.
That's right. Special counsel John Durham's investigation is ramping up. He was appointed by then Attorney General Bill Barr almost 3 years ago to review the origins of the FBI's original investigation into allegations of collusion between the Trump campaign and Russia. Durham's probe has led to a guilty plea from Kevin Kleinsmith, a mid-level FBI attorney who admitted in August 2020 to having doctored an email to obtain renewed FBI surveillance on Carter Page, a foreign policy advisor for the 2016 Trump campaign. And late last year, Durham secured an indictment against Michael Sussman, an attorney whose firm represented the Clinton campaign. Sussman is accused of lying to the FBI when he approached the Bureau with information purportedly tying computers in Trump Tower to a Kremlin-linked Russian bank. He's pleaded not guilty. And Rodney Jaffe, the man on the right of your screen, is a former executive at Neustar, a Virginia-based technology firm. Jaffe's widely reported to be the unnamed figure who was alleged in Friday's court documents to have been, quote, mining the executive office of the president's domain name system traffic and other data for the purpose of gathering derogatory information about Donald Trump. Now, Jaffe isn't formally charged with any wrongdoing, but if the special counsel can prove these allegations in court, it would appear the former president was correct when he claimed to have been spied on at Trump Tower and that surveillance extended into his term in the White House. Back to you.
All right, we'll continue to follow that story more right here on National Report. Logan Raddick. Logan, thank you.
Joining us now with reaction, we're happy to welcome in RNC National Spokesperson Paris Dennard. Paris, welcome back to National Report. Thanks so much for taking the time.
Thanks for having me.
You got it. All right. So this story is developing as we speak. We continue to learn more information. The White House Deputy Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre was asked questions about the Durham investigation. Here's what she had to say. Take a listen.
That's something I can't speak to from this podium, so I refer you to the Department of Justice.
Is what was described in that report, monitoring internet traffic, is that spying?
Again, I can't speak to that report. I refer you to the Department of Justice.
Really no comment from the White House there, dodging to the DOJ. How does the RNC view these filings?
You know, the RNC looks at this as a political scandal, and that's exactly what it is. And we hope to get to the bottom of this and hope the Durham report continues to give out information so that the American people, the American voters, can have a full understanding as to what happened. President Trump was talking about this for a great deal, and it looks like President Trump was right. I think for the White House right now, they need to ask themselves, would they like this to happen to them right now? Would they want to have surveillance done on White House equipment right now? If the answer is no, then how can they justify, or the DOJ justify, what the Durham report is alleging? It's wrong. It's a scandal. It is something that these Democrats, Hillary Clinton and the rest of them, need to be held accountable for. The Democrats have to be held accountable for all of these things that they are doing that are wrong, that are unlawful, and that are hurting the American electorate. And the American people are seeing this, they're watching it, and it's going to have a direct impact on the November election, and I predict it's going to have a direct impact on the 2024 election as well.
Again, a crucial time. We are in the year of the 2022 midterms in November. It is creeping up on us, a few months away, but still. There's been some news from the RNC, though, voting to censor Republican Congress members Liz Cheney, Adam Kinzinger. Of course, they are participating in the bipartisan January 6th committee in the House. What does this mean for the party heading into the midterms? What was really behind that decision?
Well, this is an example of the Republican Party being unified. We are a unified body because we are wanting to make sure that we have Republicans on the Hill that are advancing causes that are going to help Republicans. When you said a bipartisan commission, I would put that bipartisanship in quotes. It's not really bipartisan. The commission is well far outside of the scope of what they were set up to do. 90% reports show of the people that have been subpoenaed weren't even in Washington, D.C. The commission, they are going after people who were just elderly, not even involved. It's a shame of what's happening. And so those two members of Congress were censured not only by the Republican National Committee, but in the case of Lynn Cheney, the Wyoming GOP put out a censure against her, and the conference voted no confidence against her and put in Elise Stefanik. And so we need to look forward, and that's what we're doing. And we're going to look forward with Republicans who understand what's at stake. Helping the Democrats and being part of a sham investigation is not the way to go. And it is disgusting to see how they have participated in this so-called investigation and commission. So they were censured. Our party's unified behind it. The grassroots supports it, and we're going to move forward to retire Nancy Pelosi.
As you look forward, Paris, there's an opportunity here for Republicans to gain control of the House. We've heard of at least 29 Democratic members of Congress who are no longer seeking re-election. They're retiring. We've seen recently, though, this change from more blue states are adjusting their approach to COVID. In Washington, D.C., the city there, Mayor Muriel Bowser, again, getting rid of proof of vaccination policies for indoor venues. That starts today. You reacted to this decision. You shared it on Twitter, saying, quote, "I'm glad the Democrat D.C. mayor finally decided to lift her discriminatory vaccine mandate policy that banned nearly 50% of Black D.C. residents from restaurants and other indoor venues. Should have lifted it on Valentine's Day so everyone could enjoy." Paris, again, your thoughts on the timing of this decision, where it's coming from?
It's all political. I don't think the D.C. mayor or any of these Democrats are looking at the data, the science, and the facts and making their decisions. We know the last time the D.C. mayor decided to do something, it was conveniently after her own birthday party, so she wouldn't have to live under those mandates. And now, after continuing to penalize small business owners and people here in the district, especially minorities, preventing them from participating and enjoying Valentine's Day, she lifts it up on today, of the 15th. It's wrong. We know Democrats are playing politics. They see the polling that's happening. They see the tide that's turning. The American people are sick and tired of it, and they're nervous about how it's going to impact in the midterms. That's why you're seeing these political changes happening. I hope that they stop playing politics with the livelihoods of the American people, minorities, and children across the country, and do what's right and get rid of these ridiculous, unconstitutional, and discriminatory vaccine mandates and passports.
Yeah, and again, when it comes to D.C. too, mask mandates lifted March 1st. But you've got to read the fine print for several of these cities, not including face masks being lifted for children in the classroom. Finally, Paris, I got to ask you about this. The RNC launching a multi-million-dollar ad campaign for Black History Month. What can you tell us about this effort?
Well, we have a multi-million-dollar investment in the minority communities. We're opening up community centers all across the country. We'll be opening up at least 3 during Black History Month. And we have a 5-figure ad buy on Black television, Black News Channel, as well as several Black newspapers, because the RNC chairman, Ronna McDaniel, is serious about engaging the Black community to help us win in the midterm elections, because we see Democrat policies failing the Black community for far too long. The RNC is here to listen, to learn, and to engage well before the midterms and continue on into 2024. And I'm proud to be here, and I'm proud to see this engagement effort.
All right. Well, we're glad you took the time to join us this morning. Paris Dennard with the RNC. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.